Okay, so hello everyone present here. I am Saumili Dutta, uh, um, a final year undergrad student and also the co-manager of OS community. So today, actually, I have planned a session for open source contributions. So we'll have uh, a few speakers on that, and yeah, we will start with the speakers, but before that I'll just like to remind two things that you, if you want, you can share your experiences on open source as well. At the end you'll be given time, and the second is if you have any queries at all, you can note it down, and at the end I'll give you time to uh, ask your queries and get it answered. Okay,
I guess we
so
can have them put the queries in the chat as well so that it will be more interactive.
you can put it on chat as well. So yeah, first we have Aditya D, one of our senior members of OS community. He'll actually be sharing a PPT on how you can contribute on open source, mainly because it's the time of Hacktoberfest, right? So yeah, you can, Aditya D, you can start.
Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about the open source contributions since Hacktoberfest is going on. So about myself, I'm Aditya. I'm currently working as a DevOps intern in Spark Cognition India, and I have graduated from RNS Institute of Technology in the field of information science, and I have graduated into May 2023. My expertise is in machine learning, and I have around 4 years of experience in machine learning. I started learning Python and machine learning during my first sem itself. Also, I'm into other domains such as cybersecurity, cloud computing, and recently DevOps. Also, I'm interested in research and development, and I have been researching on machine learning and deep learning from past 2 years, and I've written around 10 papers, out of which 2 are in Google Scholar. And also, I've written many blogs on machine learning and other topics such as computer organization, software engineering. So my open source journey began 3 years ago when I saw uh, a program called as Build with Let's Upgrade, which was conducted by Let's Upgrade, where we had to contribute codes and a project basically on various topics which they had provided. And then I got to know about Hacktoberfest, and hence I became completely into open source as well. So now my first topic will be on how to find a repository. So a repository is basically a storage space where you store your projects, and you can create multiple repositories depending upon the projects. So for Hacktoberfest, there are a lot of repositories in lakhs. There are two ways of searching. One is you can log into GitHub and do a GitHub search. So when I search Hacktoberfest, it is showing me 128,765 public repositories. So different communities, they keep a repository for Hacktoberfest and they become the maintainers. So what you have to look out for is, once you log in, once you go inside a repository, there will be a readme.md. You can read about the repository, and there will be a contributing.md. So this contains the rules which this community has kept. Also, to make the job easier, you can check the tags here. There is a Hacktoberfest tag here, and which means that they are participating in the Hacktoberfest. And you can also get your domains like this. There are, for example, there can be here Python, there can be here machine learning, there can be here web development. And issues is the place where you will get the issues which you have to work on in this repository. For example, here we have one Hacktoberfest tag in this issue, E2E testing with Playwright. So this is what you have to basically work on whenever you go into a repository. To check if you have the competency, you can check those two, the readme.md and contributing.md. So the rules for Hacktoberfest is, first rule is you have to register to the official Hacktoberfest page, and the registrations have started from 26th of September, and you should be registered before 31st of October. So I'll show the page. So this is basically after you register, this will be your dashboard. So it will show me my GitHub username, and it will show my progress, how many repositories have been, how many pull requests have been accepted here. You have to accept minimum 4. So that's what is here. Contributions should be done after October 1st and before October 31st. You do contributions before October 1st or after October 31st, it won't be considered. And basically, your pull request will be counted once the project maintainers will accept the request. That is, the person who is maintaining the repository should accept your pull request. That time he will will be counted if it is legit. How they see if it's legit, I'll be showing that as well. And the first 50,000 contributions, they will have a tree planted in their name by Tree Nation. This time there is no physical swag. That is a t-shirt which I'm wearing currently. And participants, if they complete 4 pull requests or more, so they'll get some digital swag kit. That is like a lot of badges from Holopin and various other sites. So what is a pull request? Basically, I'll show you that. Oh, this was the recently done Scalars open source September challenge. So here you can see there is something called as a pull request. So basically, whatever changes you make, so mine has been closed here. So see, mine has been accepted. That is why it has been closed. So pull request, basically what it does is, if you do any changes to the repository, main repository, that is here code. For example, here this is the original. I have forked it in my local this thing. I'll show that as well. So this is the one which I've forked. First step before you do any contribution is you have to fork that repository. You cannot directly change in the original repository like I have done here. So this is my account, and this is the forked repository which I am using here. So as you can see, almost everything remains same, but I have added some stuff. For example, see challenges list.md. So inside this, my name was also there. So similarly, the changes will be reflected once the pull request is accepted. So that is basically what you have to do in Hacktoberfest. And that is what is basically a pull request. You have to do 4 exactly. Now, how to identify the domains? So, for example, you want to contribute based on domains. The domains can be identified by checking the tags. As I showed you, there are some tags here. In this side. So there are some tags. Basically, you can see here they are using React, they are using Node.js. So basically, this will be web development. If they're using Python or if they're using R, all the tags will be here. So based on that, you can determine which domain is it, or whether you can do or whether you can't do. And one more thing is, one more way of finding repositories is using their Discord server. Hacktoberfest website, they have a Discord server of them, and there is a channel for finding repositories. You can use that as well. You can find it in the website which I have shown. So now basically, what is GitHub Copilot? So you can use this as well during your projects. GitHub Copilot, it is an artificial intelligence tool which has been developed by GitHub in collaboration with OpenAI. OpenAI are the ones who have developed ChatGPT, GPT-4, and many more. So the basic features of this is it has auto completion of code. What is auto completion? When you're typing a piece of code, it shows the completion. For example, you're writing print hello. It shows print hello world. So if you enter the tab key or the right arrow key, it will complete on its own. And that's basically auto completion. And it can generate documentation. For example, you don't know what the particular library of Python does. So you can also generate the documentation of that particular library just like ChatGPT. And based on the type of codes you type, it reads the pattern, and next time it suggests a project based on what you were working on. For example, you are working on building this thing. Suppose you are building a detection system. So next time it suggests a detection system, but on another topic. And it supports multiple languages like C, C++, Rust, Go, Python, Ruby, etc. And the best use of this can be done when you're creating problem statements for competitive coding, or when you're testing some code. So it suggests even the test cases, like you can use this test case to test this code. And the other part is it is integrated with GitHub. That is, you can save whatever you do in GitHub as well as a repository, like I've shown. Instead of going to another tab, going to GitHub, adding everything and all, this does directly save it. And you can also use it on Visual Studio Code as an extension. So how will the count of pull request be notified? So as you have seen, this is my own personal mail. So I have got a mail from Hacktoberfest that I have finished all the 4 requests, pull requests, and I have got a swag. This was last year's. And here, as you can see, it is showing 0 of 4. It will show 4 of 4 once each means all the requests are accepted. It will show 1 out of 4 if 1 is accepted, 2 out of 4 is 2 accepted. And the criteria for the pull request exception is as follows. So if any requests have been made, it shows here. For example, pending. For example, the puller has accepted it, the maintainer, and this Hacktoberfest are verifying that. So these take at least like around 1 week time for them to verify everything. So the criteria basically is everything is there in this website. So see, you can, for beginners, there are resources like introduction to GitHub, how to contribute, what is open source, how to use Git. Basically, you can use the repositories in your terminal as well and start contributing. You can, they have given basic projects which you can start with. And for sharpening your skills, there are some more repositories which they have suggested. So this is how it is validated. So you will get 4 types of around 5 types of this thing, what status. So out of bounds, it means the repository is out of bound. That is, either it has been accepted before October 1st or after October 31st. Excluded means it is excluded from the qualification. That is, you have done some malpractices which Hacktoberfest doesn't support. Spam, it means that you are simply spamming in the in the repositories by continuously giving pull request, which does not contribute, which does not help. Participating, this means that your pull request is in a repository which has the Hacktoberfest topic, and it has the Hacktoberfest accepted label when you're preparing the pull request. Invalid. So your pull request will be labeled as invalid if it does not, if it is not contributing or helping in any way to the repository, or if they feel it is not worth it. Accepted. So this comes accepted. The repository is accepted. That is, your pull request is accepted and it is accepted by Hacktoberfest as well. So they take around 1 week to validate all this. After all these checks, it will be accepted for Hacktoberfest as they have given 1 week review period. So they'll review it, all this, whether it's satisfying or not. So now basically, the next thing is advantages of Hacktoberfest. So what are the advantages of participating in Hacktoberfest? First one is open source contribution. So what is open source contribution? You will get a lot of experience on real life code basis. That is the real life how some companies or some communities, they are working on real life challenges. So you'll get to know how the code looks like for real life challenges, like you're building as a this thing, you're building a website, or you're building a detection system or recommendation system. Skill enhancement. So skill enhancement, it also help you enhance your skills which you have, or you can develop new skills like GitHub also on domains like, for example, you're into AI, you can use web development, you can learn here. And portfolio development, yes, you can use it for your portfolio as well. You can showcase that these are the projects I've worked on, and this will help in adding to your experience as well. And problem solving ability, so there will be challenging problems. For example, this will be some kind tough, some are easy. So the tough will be really challenging, which will enhance the way you think, the way you solve the problems in front of you. Now, one more question is, can this be added as experience in my resume? Yes, you can add it inside your resume as a project. Basically, the projects you have worked on. And by adding this, you can show your skill set, what you have worked on. You can show that you have a team guy, you can adapt to any kind of team. And you can also show that you have new skills such as Git and GitHub, which are in demand right now. And the employers, if you're already working, the employers also, they might check your GitHubs, they might check your projects, and they might appreciate in a kind of meeting, or they might come to you and appreciate your hard work or your projects, and they might ask you to implement in their code as well. So now I'll show how to do a pull request. Basically, I'll show it in my own repository. Now, there you have a section called as pull request here. So click on that. I'll come to editor. Now I'll click on new pull request. Since I haven't put any extra thing from any other repository, so it shows that there isn't anything to compare. In case of the original repository, original which is of scalars, not mine. So see, there they have a lot of pull requests. Basically, we had to do that as a part of challenge. So now you can check here. He has added a new markdown file from his markdown file, basically giving some information. So he has added a new markdown file from his system, local system. You can do it using this GUI as well as the terminal as well. So now he has opened a pull request here, because there are changes. Now see, it is comparing the branches. That is Scalar Academy main, that is the main branch, and this is from Sudhanshu, that guy, his branch. So there is some extra changes which he has added there. So that is what is showing here. He has added a new markdown file, he has edited that, and he has pushed it from one branch to another. And if you click on commits, it shows what commits you have made, that is what changes you have made. So like this, you have to do 4 pull requests. If it is valid, if it is useful, and if the maintainer accepts it, you can complete the Hacktoberfest like that. So you guys can contact me. This is my phone number, my GitHub, my mail, and my LinkedIn ID. You guys can contact me if you have anything related to open source, or anything related to machine learning, or cybersecurity, or cloud, or DevOps. I'll end my session with a quote. Open source is development methodology, and free software is a social movement. This is given by Richard Stallman. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for your valuable time.
Thank you so much for this amazing PPT. So anyone having any queries, you can ask them.
Okay, so in the chat I have received how to study and contribute at the same time. So basically, if you ask me, yes, you have to give some equal time for both. Like what I used to do is, my college, it used to start at 8:40 and end at around 4 o'clock, 4:30. So I used to reach home by 5:30. So whatever they had taught that day from 5:30 to around 10 o'clock, 9:30, I used to study whatever I had in the college. And after 9:30, after my dinner, from 10 to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I used to sit. I used to explore projects. I used to explore these domains. So that's how I used to contribute and study at the same time. And I used to incorporate whatever I've learned into my projects as well, so that I can get the practical of what I've studied.
Okay, so any other questions? Okay, here's another question.
I guess I will answer that in my talk. So be prepared.
So to
Or
find
you can
the
start.
repo, you can just go to GitHub. As I had shown, you can just go to GitHub, just search for Hacktoberfest. You will get a lot of repos, as I showed. Like 1 lakhs of repo. You can go into each repo, or you can search, like you can add a filter of your tech stack, that is Python or ML. So those which have Hacktoberfest tag as well as Python tag, it will show up. It doesn't matter like whether you have the skills or not. This is basically you can learn as well. It's not that you have to be a pro at that. So you can just go to any repository which has about Python. Basic, very easy stuffs will also be there. It's not that it is very tough as well. You can contribute there as well. Not all repos are like that. I said there are many repos. You just have to explore, see which repos like the task can be doable. You can learn about that. They have been given, all the resources will be given in that repo as well. You can just go to each resource, learn something, learn the stuff, and then you can work on it. If you ask me, yes, that was one good event where we learned about it. So if you ask me, even I didn't know stuff when I started off as open source. I started exploring. They had given the resources. I found resources of my own, which I could use, and I enhanced my knowledge like that. I started doing more and more of projects, more and more of practicals. That's how I was able to contribute. After like literally 3 years, I was able to do 4-on-4 pull request. I didn't do it in my first year itself.
If anyone has any other questions, or else we'll move to Praveen. Yes, sir, you can start.
Hey everyone, thank you so much. Amazing presentation, Aditya. And I just need to start with a small apology because I've got just like 10 minutes now left. So I'll try to add as much as interactivity as possible. So, hey everyone, my name is Praveen. I'm originally from Chennai, India, currently living and working in the UK as a full stack JavaScript specialist, a director of engineering. I also do a lot of open source things, and I'm super passionate on open source. And I do have a huge passion on getting people onto Hacktoberfest, which excellently explained by Aditya. And on top of it, so I wanted to make sure if everyone here knows what open source is. I want everyone to put one single line of what do you think open source is. This includes Aditya as well as Saumili. I'll give you 1 minute maximum. So starting with Aditya. Aditya, if I ask you what open source is, what does it come to your mind?
One-liner, if you ask me, I would be like making software free for everyone.
Superb. And Saumili?
Through open source, you can actually collaborate with others, right?
Great. So right now, shall we start with a simple story for open source? How many of you want a story? At least for this, tell story in your. I know that everyone is sleeping right now. It's very late in India. I understand that, but okay, we could see some people are awake. Nice. Someone can edit and view. You cannot directly edit it, but you can impact it to edit it. Like you have to, as Aditya said, that you can request them to edit, and amazing. Cool. Kind of see what I asked you is, what do you think when open source is told about. Okay, let's go for how many of you want a story here? Or let's just not talk about story and then just give a boring thing and then I'll leave within 5 minutes. Okay, Anjali Singh has got like amazing answer here. So collaborative software was accessible source code for public use. Perfect. No one wants a story? Okay, let's say we have got 3 friends, Aditya, Praveen, and Saumili. We 3 are super close friends in a classroom. And then there is, I want one volunteer right now. Who wants to be the volunteer? So, Senapati, you got into the trouble actually. You are the most rudest person. Like, I don't want to say the rude person. You are the bad person in this whole story. So, you are the teacher who comes to the classroom and gives us an assignment. Everyone hates you. Sorry, man. So let's say Senapati comes and gives a homework, an assignment. Obviously, Saumili is the first bencher. She is like amazing. She takes the assignment immediately, fills everything, and then submits it. This classroom is totally a different classroom where you can submit multiple times. Okay. And Saumili submits it first time and gets 80 marks. Wow, cool, right? Saumili is our close friend. So Saumili, Aditya, and Praveen are 3 people who are super close friends. She shares the assignment with every one of us. Don't do it in the real class scenario. And once we get to see the assignment, we all copy it, submit it, we all get 80 marks. But me, I'm a backbencher. I always sit in the backbench, but I'm always curious on a lot of things. So what I would say is, I would try to, I took assignment of Saumili, went to a Xerox copy mission, Xerox copied it, removed Saumili's name, used my name, updated a couple of answers, and then I sent it over to the Senapati. And then I got like 85 marks. I told Saumili, she's my good friend, right? So Saumili, look at this. I got 85 marks. Do you think you can do it better? Take the 5 marks as well. And then Saumili is being more intelligent. What she does is she updates the whole answers and then submits it. Finally, she gets 95 marks. So we all get 95 marks because Saumili will be sharing the assignment with every one of us. So basically, what are all the good things that you learn from this? Number 1, there is one person who works hard and gets done with the most of the things. Then there are other people who will come and help them. One good point. Second good point. I put 5% of effort, return, I'm getting 95% of the returns, which is super cool, right? I'm just putting only 5% and I'm getting a huge boost. Like I can do a lot of cool things as well. And there are, even though Saumili is amazing, great, etc., she couldn't find any other way to improve her answer. So I come in, I look at a couple of things, and then whoo, there are these things that you can improve, right? Cool. So why not add some of the features? And I suggest Saumili. Not everyone, like it's like not everyone will be able to do everything. There are small things that can make big difference. So these are the things. Let's take Senapati out and replace him with all the developers in the community. So you, me, Saumili, Aditya, Senapati, Vishal, everyone. Now, everyone wants an amazing source code editor, IDE. Okay, I'm going to replace Saumili with Microsoft. Okay, the assignment is get the amazing code editor. So Microsoft, Saumili, as she completes the assignment very quickly, Microsoft creates something very quickly. What is it? So the first person to answer wins. It is not for Aditya or Saumili. Others should answer.
Maybe
okay.
AI.
Okay, we have product as the answer. What is the product? Okay, so if you consider this, okay, only when I'm able to tell that, the whole answer will be like, yeah, try answers. Gaurav, you got it. So Microsoft creates VS Code. So basically, Saumili is the first person to write the assignment and submit, right? Similarly, Microsoft hears the question and then creates VS Code and put it inside the GitHub, Git and GitHub repositories. So another developer who lives in the world of Microsoft, sees that there is Microsoft/VS Code inside GitHub. So what I do is I download it, I start using it. I could see that a lot of things that we can use is like, it can be improved. For example, I'm a HTML a React.js developer. I used to say that my wife is JavaScript, my girlfriend is React.js. To that level, I have been working on things. So this way, what I do is I try to get the whole source code, make some changes. Oh yeah, I have to do something better, right? So I need to make some changes. So what I did is I took Saumili's assignment, took as a Xerox copy. Oh, I'm sorry. I took Microsoft's VS Code repository. I forked it, and then I started changing a couple of code in it, made some commits, pushed it to it, and then I asked Saumili to copy it from I asked Microsoft to, I requested Microsoft to pull my commits to their repository. That's called as pull request. So how was the story? This is exactly what happens in the real life scenario. For those people who have got no idea about like how all these things can be, yeah, thank you. So how many of you quickly, yeah, we are running out of time, want to watch a video about how GitHub works? So obviously Aditya has told everything, almost everything you want to see. So I have got just few seconds. So I wanted to give something really amazing. So in the meantime, here's something that I did for Hacktoberfest as well. So I'll share that too. And I will also share the, yep, video it is. I'm just going to show a video, and then I would like to also request Saumili. Saumili, can we have a part 2 of this whole thing so that I can showcase something really amazing with respect to Hacktoberfest?
Sure, we can have.
Amazing. So, okay, so here's all the things again. And oh yeah, let me first share this one very quickly. So here's my screen. I believe everyone is able to see the screen. So what I want you all to do is, before the Hacktoberfest ends or before this week ends, I want you to create an amazing website like this. So this has got a huge picture of mine, and it has got all these ways where you can connect with me, etc., etc. And all these things are, you can do it using open source Git and GitHub for free. This is my YouTube channel. It has got a lot of cool things about Git and GitHub, then a live series, etc. Okay, let's not worry about these things. So we are going to look at something really cool. So how does GitHub work here? Okay, hey, is everyone ready for this? How was that video?
That was
amazing.
Good. Yes.
Thank you. Cool. So basically, that's how GitHub works. I was actually talking to Saumili that I would be planning to tell a couple of things. So I told about my introduction, the open source story, the way how GitHub works, and then the maintainer and contributor process. That's something that I wanted to discuss. Then finding the right project for contribution. Obviously, goodies and surprises. The one thing which I wanted to tell about is we are hiring, and if you are looking for internships or you want to come to the UK to work with me and other people here, well, connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'm always open to any messages. By videos regarding Git and GitHub and also Hacktoberfest related stuff. So if you want to get successfully get all these 4 pull requests merged in Hacktoberfest, the tips and tricks, everything I have added here. So I'm so sorry that I have to rush this session. Sorry about that, Saumili, as well. And let's have the part 2. But in the meantime, any questions for me? Whoever is ready to ask any questions, please, you can open up your camera and then, open up your audio and then you can.
Yeah.
Anything is okay for us. How do you speak this much fast English? This is how I speak normally in home as well. I used to talk a lot. It's been like almost 5 years I have been talking. Okay, you want to learn and talk like me. Simple. Talk to me every day. Some events till SWOG starts. So first thing is Hacktoberfest this month. And every weekend you get MLH, Major League Hacking. So that's amazing things. You don't know about MLH. MLH is Major League Hacking or something like that.
Hacking.
So they create a lot of hackathons every weekend. And if you are in particular city where the hackathon happens, you can go ahead and then share. Okay, so how many of you want to get mind blown right now? These are the goodies that you can get from MLH. Is that all? I thought I had lots. There are like so many swags, stickers. I've got a room full of swags right now. I guess a lot of people left from the time when I started. I actually wanted to reach out to some people who were initially there. Okay, they missed it. Anyway, superb. Amazing. Yeah, sorry, Aditya, you were about to say something.
Yeah, even I have like a room full of those as well.
Sure.
But MLH thing is, India is very rare there coming. If I was in, you could have attended each and every event.
No. To be honest, I can say the same thing. In London, very low number of events are sponsored by MLH. So there was only 2 events per whole year. I'm like literally looking at mlh.io/events to see any of the London events that's happening around me. Even if I need to travel like 1 hour or 2 hours by train, I'm totally fine to travel, but I couldn't find anything.
I would have done that as well, but no, I was so crazy for their sessions that even though it was at 3:30, 4:30, I would have got up, sat and watched it.
I know. Like MLH Global Hack Week is happening, right? These days, you used to get something like this kind of big sticker packs, and they are like really amazing. I really wanted to show more things.
First time actually, I thought I didn't do well in this thing, Global Hack Week. But next, subsequent 2 events, I was in the top 1%. I didn't expect to get those bags. I got.
It's all right. So, but finally you got something, right? That is the main thing. So you would have got some experience as well now. So those things will actually help a lot. How was your experience?
Someone is asking, is it good to learn Python with MLAI? Yes, Python, basically you have to start with Python and the libraries. Without that, you can never learn ML or AI. You can use
JavaScript to learn MLAI. It's just Python.
Yeah,
Python
you can do that. R programming also you can use.
There is a question from Niranjana. She's asking, how can I get the part 2 Zoom Meet link?
Okay, for that,
Aditya or me, after this meeting ends, we can share you the WhatsApp group where we post all these updates.
Hey, don't forget to add me in that first.
yeah.
Sure,
And
I'll add
also,
you.
you can follow all the three of us in LinkedIn as well. We'll post there as well. So,
Yes, let me just share my LinkedIn now.
I'm sorry, I shared everything. Just copy paste.
so I've shared my LinkedIn as well. So you guys can follow us in LinkedIn. There also we'll post the
Ask
links.
us anything, anytime. We will be more than happy to respond to you. So
Yes.
Yes. Just a sec.
And you guys, if you want to have any kind of session with me, you can contact me during weekends.
And if you want to take something, like if you are asking anything related to careers or anything, please don't hesitate to connect with me for careers, internships, full times, whatever you want to work on. If you have an amazing project idea, talk to me. Let's make it better. Let's make it popular. Anything.
Yes,
By the
we all
way,
can
don't
collaborate.
just follow me. Give me the connection request.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so we have one question from Aditya J.
Desktop AI project. Yeah, we can do that.
Some image recognition and image manipulation. That is something which a lot of people are looking forward. Something like a background remover or something like that. Amazing. I'm gonna go and accept everyone's request. And yes, Aditya and Saumili are also here. Cool. It was nice meeting you all. How was the whole session? Please put your feedback here. We'll have a look at it and we'll make sure that we follow that and we all will.
I've actually prepared a feedback form. So
Thanks. That will help.
yeah, if you want to share anything, please fill out this form. And
Amazing.
yeah.
And feel free to like say the comments in front of me. I would really take it. I would like to take it seriously and improve upon that. So I'm happy to take all the criticisms. Negative comments are better because I can improve. Positive comments are always welcome. Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was amazing.
We'll share the recording, don't worry. Yeah, guys, one more advice from my side is, they do events, for example, DevFest or Cloud Community Day. Do attend those sessions. They're very, very informative.
And if you have seen this particular YouTube channel called fireship.io, it's amazing. Amazing to the core for beginners. If you're a beginner, you got zero idea of like what is this? I want to start with this new language or something like that. Check out fireship.io. Oh my god, they are one of the best. Even my dad can learn things. Thank you for the chat link, Saumili. So WhatsApp invite link is shared. Yeah. Please come in. And then you have free code camp and other things as well. They are also amazing. If you want to learn something completely, free code camp is really, really good.
And try to find as many free resources as possible.
Learn all these things freely. That is the main thing.
Yes. Actually, in our community as well, we share all the free resources and stuff. So if you want to join, you can. I have already shared the WhatsApp group link, so you can join through that.
Cool.
That's how I spent my entire life, finding free stuff.
I was a student when I came to London. I used to get free food all 3 courses. So basically, I'm an Indian. All the jugaad works we used to do.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much for the immense love, and thank you so much, Saumili and Aditya, for having me in this whole thing as well. And let's meet soon then. If there are nothing else to, hey, join the WhatsApp group. Share some feedback, at least for me. If he is not ready to receive the feedback directly, share it.
No, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm happy to. I'm more into like, okay, this is what I spoke. I know what I spoke right now. So immediately, if I get the feedback, that way I would be okay. Yes, I know what I need to change or like how I need to improve or something like that. So I'm looking forward to get connected with everyone. Aditya and Saumili, I'm already connected. Aditya, are we connected on LinkedIn?
Yeah, I've sent actually.
Amazing. So send request to everyone. So I believe it is Vishal and Vishal, Niranjana, then Senapati, Om Senapati. You all are getting some really cool things. So I'll send it over to you very soon. All right. See you then.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.